The Tortuga Setout Duffle Bag is intended to be used with the Setout laptop backpack as a 2-bag travel system. So how does that stack up? In this video, we're gonna check it out and get into all the nitty-gritty details of the Setout Duffle Bag. I'm Tom, the founder of Pack Hacker, and we love helping people optimize their travel experience with guides and reviews just like this one. So if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Let's jump right into the Tortuga Setout Duffle Bag. In theory, the 2-bag travel system makes sense. You have all of your clothing and other types of gear inside of your larger duffel. And then in your smaller backpack, you have your laptop and other items that you use when you're traveling around the city exploring for the day or bringing to the co-working space or the coffee shop or to a meeting. All of this is great if you're flying on an airline that allows you to take a carry-on and a personal item that's sized correctly for the Tortuga Setout laptop backpack. A lot of European and Asian airlines charge extra for this type of carry-on system. That's why we typically recommend using a packable day pack inside of a larger bag in order to just have one carry-on. But the benefit to the 2-bag system is that it prevents you from needing to unpack that packable day pack, reorganize it with things in your larger bag. You already have 2 bags that are split out and ready to go. In actual use, it's a bit of a pain to have a backpack as well as a crossbody duffel strap on. However, it's easy to get used to as you use it for longer. And of course, your mileage may vary depending on your travel style. So please let me know in the comments what you think of a 2-bag travel system. This is a bit new for our channel as we're typically preaching 1 bag, but we're always open to new ways of traveling and carrying around items. So I would love to hear your comment below on what you think of this system. Also, we polled our Instagram audience over at Pack Hacker to see what they thought of a 2-bag travel system. If you want to be involved in future polls, be sure to go follow us at Pack Hacker on Instagram. The main fabric on this pack is a 900D heathered gray polyester material, and it's the same fabric that we've seen on a lot of the other Tortuga Setout product offerings. At the time of this review, only heathered gray is offered as a colorway for this duffel. However, Tortuga plans to update the colors on other items in the Setout line, so we're curious to see if they offer this for the duffel as well. As with any Tortuga product, you can find their logo all over the place, and it's a bit of a fun scavenger hunt to see what's going on the exterior and interior of the pack. So of course, we have a simple black logo on the exterior. Their logo is also imprinted on the zippers in a tasteful black on black style. Plus, you can spot them on the metal buckle for keychains and other key-like items on the interior of the pack as well. We think the overall design of this bag looks decent and polished, especially since you can hide away a lot of the straps, which we're gonna check out in the next section. Overall, the size is a little bit large and bulky though. So again, we polled our Instagram audience to get their thoughts on the overall look of this bag. The zippers used across this bag are number 8 YKK racket coil zippers, which are strong and durable, and they're also lockable in most areas that offer 2 zippers. We'd be curious to see a duffel of this size using a more robust and durable number 10 zipper for that main opening. However, they have the number 8, and it's also quite strong. Plus, the plastic hardware across the pack is Duraflex, which is a great and durable choice we've seen in a lot of other quality backpacks across the board. Kicking it off with some external components, there are 2 ways to carry this duffel. The first way is by using the Velcroable duffel handles. This way of carry is great if your bag is a little bit lighter, you're carrying it for short distances, and you don't need the extra support of your back and shoulders. One awesome thing about this is that they are hideable via the Velcro pocket on each side. So when you're not using the duffel straps, you can easily just hide them away. We love that Tortuga is thinking a lot about this stuff and streamlining their bags so you don't have a bunch of handles and straps just dangling around the exterior. Somewhat hidden by the Velcro straps, you can see that there are 2 D-rings to attach an additional strap. We found this strap to be the best way to carry the duffel. You can either wear it on your shoulder or crossbody messenger style, depending on your preference. That strap offers a thick and padded strap area that is comfortable to carry even with higher weights. The strap attaches with Duraflex hardware and it's highly adjustable as well. When not in use, it is easy to stuff this into one of the Velcroable pockets as well. There's a small stash pocket on the front side of the duffel as well to just store any free-floating items that you want quick access to. One thing that this small pocket does not do well is a water bottle, so it doesn't really have any stretchy mesh to hold anything more in place, nor is it grippy. So it's just gonna be good for smaller things that you kind of want to stash down there, and it doesn't matter too much, doesn't need to be zipped up and kind of locked into position. A bit of missed opportunity here, at least perceived on our end. Lastly, there's a luggage pass-through here, which is really great to have that functionality, especially on a duffel if you want to use this with a carry-on roller bag. The pass-through area is hidden by a small, very cute little tiny YKK zipper, and that opens things up and allows you to put that luggage handle through. It's a little bit floppy and insecure, plus we've seen Tortuga do this a lot better on some of their other items within the Setout line. Kicking it off with the front pocket, it is freeform and there is plenty of space inside. This is a perfect place to stuff a jacket or things that you need quick access to, although it is a little bit large to be considered a quick grab pocket, which are typically a little bit smaller, and it's easier to fit your hand in and grab something out pretty quickly. Directly behind that, we have a larger pocket that opens up with ample space, and it features a similar organizational system to what we've seen in other Setout products. One thing to note here is that the organization panel is a lot more usable in the duffel than what we've seen in other bags. That's because there's ample opening and the organizational area is positioned in a way that's easier to access. At the bottom, we have a stretchy black pocket for a battery bank or small hard drive. Then we have 4 credit card width pockets of varying heights stacked on top of one another. There's one deep liner pocket next to 3 pen, pencil, and stylus pockets. Then above that, there is a larger partition for flatter items such as a small notebook. Then there's another zippered secure compartment on top of that. Plus there's a metal clip to attach keys, a flashlight, or really anything else that belongs on a keychain. Opposite of the organizer side, we have another compartment that opens up with ample space for a laptop, a tablet, and some other gear. So we have a 15-inch MacBook Pro here, and it fits in but barely. You really have to jam it in there. And we're curious to hear why Tortuga did not include a larger laptop compartment in this ample space. In front of that laptop compartment, there is another space for an e-reader or a tablet or an iPad, something of that nature. The flap side of the pocket offers 2 zippered mesh pockets that are great for storing additional tech gear and cables that would otherwise just kind of be floating around in your pack. So maybe one side gets your massive laptop charging brick and the other gets some freeform cables. Now moving on to the main opening here. The duffel opens up in a horseshoe fashion with that number 8 YKK zipper. There's a generous main compartment area inside of here that's great for packing cubes or individually rolling larger articles of clothing. Each side offers mesh pockets that are zippered for additional organization. On one side, the mesh compartment covers the entire length of the duffel, and on the other, it is split into 2. This is great for socks, underwear, t-shirts, anything that you want to have some separation to compared to what's in the main liter capacity of the duffel. And you'll notice a big pile of polyester ripstop on the bottom, and this is one of our favorite and most thoughtful features that we've seen in this duffel. You can store your shoes inside of here and keep them separate from the main leader area of the pack, which is great. Potentially there could be a little bit more weather resistance on this pocket. Just make sure to wipe your shoes off before you stick them in, as it's not necessarily a waterproof pocket. At the time of this review, the Tortuga Setout Duffle Bag has seen 2 weeks of testing. Not much to report on the durability end, besides some loose threads that we've seen in a couple areas of the pack. We imagine the 900D heathered gray polyester will hold up similarly to what we've seen with the Tortuga Setout, which we've tested for 3 months. And after 3 months of testing, there's only a couple small aesthetic blemishes. As for the experience of 2-bag travel, we like the concept because it's nice to keep your clothing and things that you would leave behind at the Airbnb, hotel, or hostel separate from things in a smaller backpack that you take out with you for the day. So the concept is there. In practice, we're still getting used to it and testing it out. Plus, this is especially awesome if the airline that you're traveling with allows you to take on a carry-on and a personal item that is sized correctly. So be sure to check with your airline and your flight as to what they allow before picking up this 2-bag travel system. So wrapping this thing up with some pros and cons, starting with the pros. The shoe compartment is thoughtful and a great way to compartmentalize them from the rest of your bag. Tortuga offers some just right organization that is easy to access across the pack. And there are 2 ways to carry, both of which are easy and discreet to tuck away when not in use. On to some of the cons. The front stash pocket isn't super useful and secure, especially as a quick grab pocket. The laptop compartment could possibly be larger, allowing you to fit larger laptops that are 15 inches, larger than the MacBook Pro. Lastly, the luggage pass-through feature is a little bit loose when compared to other Tortuga products where they have really nailed this functionality. The Tortuga Setout Duffle Bag is a great option for anyone wanting a larger freeform duffel to carry around. It pairs well with the Tortuga Setout Laptop Bag, although carrying both of them together takes a little bit of getting used to. It's a bit large and bulky, and it isn't the most streamlined to carry, but if you don't need to take advantage of that 35-liter space and can keep it a little bit lighter, it's easier to carry by the handles. Despite the couple of nitpicks we pointed out, the organization and functionality is overall solid, and this is a good complement to the greater Tortuga Setout line. Thanks for taking a look at our review on the Tortuga Setout Duffle Bag. We'll see you in the next video.